What does Captain Marvel, Wolverine, Monica Rambeau, Mr. Fantastic, and Ant-Man all have in common? Miss Marvel. Because if you're wondering just how powerful Miss Marvel is, you've got to compare and contrast her with all of these superheroes. And she comes out on top more than you think. Now, I know, the MCU isn't going with the Kamala Khan is an Inhuman story. Oh wow, here comes the Terrigen Mist sort of deal. The Miss Marvel 6-part miniseries instead is focusing on her obtaining a set of bangles that seems to unlock her powers. Now, at the end of the day, whether Kamala embiggens various body parts all sort of Plastic Man style, or whether she's involved in some unique Purple Lantern sort of deal, my theory is that overall her powers are going to be very similar in the MCU as compared to the Miss Marvel comic book saga. What do I mean? Well, let's compare and contrast her powers with the superheroes I just mentioned a moment ago, starting with Miss Marvel versus Wolverine. So Wolverine's healing factor is well known. He can take on a sick amount of damage and still heal rather rapidly afterward. He certainly feels all of the pain as the damage is being inflicted. It's just that he can heal and move on a whole lot faster than, say, Miss Marvel can. That said, yes, Miss Marvel does have her own healing factor. It works nicely. It's just that it takes a lot more time and energy for her to heal than it does Wolverine. In the Miss Marvel comic book saga, Kamala suffered gunshot wounds and managed to survive them and heal. In fact, her healing powers make her more durable. She can hit her enemies all the harder and have more stamina too. Then there's Miss Marvel versus Ant-Man. Sure, Ant-Man can shrink and grow super fast, but do you know what? He can't shapeshift. He's no polymorph, meaning he's not an organism that can take on many forms. But guess who is? Our girl Miss Marvel, and she doesn't need any Pym particles to shrink and grow one or more of her limbs or just herself holistically. Next there's Miss Marvel versus Monica Rambeau. In the comics, Monica Rambeau took on several names, including Pulsar, Photon, and Spectrum. But so far in the MCU, she's simply Monica Rambeau. While Monica can use kinetic energy absorption, which made her, in essence, bulletproof in WandaVision, in the comics, Miss Marvel took a bullet and was able to completely heal from it by transforming back into her true human self. Easy enough, right? Well, then there's Miss Marvel versus Mr. Fantastic. Now, Mr. Fantastic does not have healing powers like Kamala Khan does. Sure, they both can shapeshift their bodies, but Reed Richards cannot shrink or grow like Kamala can. He can compress himself, but he's not capable of increasing or decreasing in size like Miss Marvel. And Mr. Fantastic cannot turn into an inanimate objects like the way Miss Marvel has, like once she changed shape into a couch. Reed Richards was able to stretch his face to change his appearance, but not his whole body. Meanwhile, Kamala Khan can totally change her entire look to that of a different person. Granted, if the MCU isn't going with the whole Inhuman Terrigen Mist thing in terms of Miss Marvel's origin story, it would appear in the 6-episode miniseries that Kamala is going to merely dress like Captain Marvel, but in the comics, when she emerged from the Terrigen Misty cocoon thing she was wrapped up in for a bit, Kamala looked like her hero, Captain Marvel, aka Carol Danvers. Mr. Fantastic wishes he could do something cool like that, but he can't. But of course, that takes us to Miss Marvel versus Captain Marvel. Both Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel have the ability to have energy blasts that can absorb and they can deflect energy. Captain Marvel can unleash hard light structures in the form of photon blasts, and when she goes into binary mode, she's almost invulnerable to harm and is able to fly. Can Miss Marvel fly? Nah, but she can walk on spheres of energy, both in the comics and from the first Miss Marvel trailer that was released, it would appear also in the MCU too. And when she's taken damage and has healed, Kamala is, like I said, more durable and has more stamina. Invulnerable or nearly invulnerable, she's not. But she's got a lot of other abilities, like I already mentioned, that allows for her to fight in battles very, very effectively. Now, Miss Marvel is going to be teaming up with Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau in the upcoming MCU movie, The Marvels, which is currently slated for theatrical release on February 17th, 2023. In the meantime, we're going to release a whole bunch of videos about Miss Marvel in the weeks leading up to the release of the Miss Marvel Disney Plus series. So this Marvel Mama is really glad you found this channel. Make sure you subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Subscribe to the Mama Saga for more comic book saga breakdowns, salty mama style. Thanks for watching. Take care.